So in today's session, we'll be studying about certain important relations and formulae in two-dimensional geometry. So the first relation that we'll be talking about is the distance between any 2 points in the xy plane. So let's say we have a point P whose coordinates are given by x1, y1, and we have another point Q whose coordinates are given by x2, y2, and we need to find the distance between these 2 points. So what essentially we know is if we have origin O over here, somewhere over here, then we can say that this distance, the horizontal distance between point O and point P is essentially given by x1. So this distance is x1. And the vertical distance between these 2 points is given by y1. Similarly, the horizontal distance between O and Q is given by x2 as this value. So we write x2 over here. So this x2 is essentially this distance. And this vertical distance is given by y2. So that is what we mean when we say that the coordinates of point P is x1, y1 and the coordinates of point Q is x2, y2. Now what we need to find out is this distance. So we need to find this distance. To do this, we'll make a small construction. So let's say we have this line segment PQ as the diagonal of some quadrilateral, or let's say we have some rectangle. So what we can do is, if we have the horizontal axis as follows, something like this, then what we do is we draw a parallel line through point P. So this line through P is parallel to the horizontal axis, and we do the same thing through Q. So we have two parallel lines through point P and Q, both of which are parallel to the horizontal axis. Next step, what we do is we draw two parallel lines through P and Q again, but this time they are perpendicular to the horizontal axis. So automatically these two lines, they become parallel to the vertical axis. Sorry, my diagram is a little poor, but what we essentially have is, if we consider these 4 lines, 2 of which are parallel to each other and the other 2 are also parallel to each other, then what we essentially have is a rectangle. So we have a rectangle like this. Now why I drew this is, as I know the coordinate of P is x1, y1 and the coordinate of Q is x2, y2. So if we have origin somewhere over here, then this distance is x1, this distance is x2. So this distance automatically becomes x2 minus x1. So we have this side of the rectangular rather to be x2 minus x1. Again, we know this distance from the origin is y2 and this distance from the origin is y1. So we know this distance would be y2 minus y1. So what we essentially have are the two sides of our rectangle. Now, I'm sure you know that let's name this P. We have PQ as two opposite vertices of the rectangle. So let's name this point A and B. So we are considering rectangle PAQ and B, rather PAQB. So I'm sure you know that PQB forms a right angled triangle where PBQ is the right angle, PB and QB are two perpendicular sides, and PQ is the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle PQB. And I'm also sure you know that we know a relation about right angle triangles where PB square plus QB square equal to PQ square. So we can use that relation to find out the value of PQ. So PQ square is equal to PB square plus QB square. If we write it like this, then PB will be written as x2 minus x1 square. So what we can do is PQ is equal to root over of PB square plus QB square. What I do next is I replace PB square with x2 minus x1 whole square, and I replace QB square with y2 minus y1 whole square. We could have also drawn just a right angle triangle instead of this rectangle, but what happens is the concept becomes a little unclear. So I drew a rectangle first, and then I considered half of the triangle, which becomes a right angle triangle. So we have the relation PQ equals root over of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Since it's a square term, you can also write it in the opposite direction. So we can also write it as root over of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So using this rectangle or right angled triangle, which I should say corresponds to the line PQ as the hypotenuse, we can deduce the relation between, which expresses the distance between any 2 points on the xy plane. Now, if we have it for a general set of 2 points on the xy plane, then we can also find it for a particular case where, let's say, the point P is essentially the origin 0, 0. So this point, the coordinate of this point is 0, 0. If that happens, then we can replace x1 equal to 0 and y1 equal to 0. So the relation reduces to, if P is essentially the origin, then the relation, what should I say, the distance between O and B is O and Q rather, essentially reduces to x2 square minus plus y2 square. So we don't have, so we don't have this term and we don't have this term, because x1 equal to 0 with respect to the application where P is an origin, P is at the origin, and y1 is also 0 corresponding to the application where we have P equal to the origin. So the formula reduces to root over of x2 square plus y2 square. So that's the distance between 2 points. Next formula that we have is, let's say we have 2 points PQ and we have a third point R who divides the line segment PQ into the internal ratio MN. What do I mean by internal ratio? R lies between P and Q. When I say R divides the line segment PQ internally in the ratio M:n, I mean R lies inside, rather R lies in between the 2 points P and Q. So R does not lie somewhere over here or somewhere over here. It lies in between these 2 points P and Q. Again, when I mean R divides the line segment PQ in the ratio M:n, I mean the distance between P and R, the ratio of the distance between P and R and the distance between R and Q is M:n. So P R by RQ is equal to M:n. So that is what we mean when we say R divides the line segment PQ internally in the ratio M:n. So when we say that R divides the line segment PQ internally in the ratio M:n, what we essentially mean is PR is M by M plus nth of the distance between P and Q. So let's say M equal to 5 and N equal to 6. So when if we have the value of M equal to 5 and N equal to 6, then PR, and let's say PQ is equal to 11 units. So PR will be 5 units. So that is what we mean by the concept of internally dividing a line segment. Now, going by that, going by the explanation that I said before, if we have an origin somewhere over here, then this distance, as I mentioned before, this distance is x1 and this distance is y1. So x, if the coordinate of R is x comma y, then as you can understand from this explanation, x will be equal to x1 plus some fraction m by m plus n into this entire horizontal distance x2 minus x1. So R covers this distance x1 plus the fraction m by m plus n of the total distance x2, which is the horizontal distance between point P and Q. So that means x equal to x1 plus m by m plus n, that is the ratio, the portion that is covered by R on the left hand side, into x2 minus x1. So when we do the maths, we get the value as mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. Similarly, if I consider the vertical direction, y will be equal to y1 plus the fraction m by m plus n into the entire vertical distance between P and Q, that was y2 minus y1. So we have y equal to y1 plus m by m plus n into y2 minus y1. Doing the maths, we get y equal to my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So that is the concept of internal dividing a line segment internally. Next, what we talk about is dividing a line segment externally. So as I mentioned before, when we talk about internally, the point under consideration lies between the 2 points. In this case, as you can see, the point under consideration R does not lie in between the 2 considered points. So this is a case of dividing a line segment externally. So when we say R divides the line segment PQ externally in the ratio m cross n, we mean PR, the essential mathematical explanation remains the same. PR by QR is m by n. So this entire distance PR is m and this distance is n, not n, the ratio is m by n. So we have PR as before, I had written somewhere over here, yeah. So PR by QR, I've written here RQ, it's the same thing. PR by RQ is m by n. What we consider this time instead of the previous case is this entire distance is m. So this distance would be m minus n. Now we know from the previous explanation the relation for the point which lies in between 2 points. So what we can do is, for the time being, let's imagine Q is the point which divides the line segment PR internally in the ratio m minus n is to n. You see, this diagram would become then similar to this diagram. So what we have is a point lying in between 2 other points. So Q lies in between the 2 points P and R, and we have the coordinates of x2 as x2 minus coordinates of Q as x2 comma y2, and x2 divides the line segment PR internally in the ratio m minus n to n. So what we can do is we can express x2 as using these relations that we had found out earlier. So m is the first part of the ratio, n is the second part of the ratio. So we match the first part of the ratio to the second point and the second part of the ratio to the first point. So we have m x2 plus n y1. So in this case, we'll have m minus n x plus n into x1. So that is what I wrote, m minus n into x plus n into x1 by the total distance, that would be m minus n plus n. So we have now, as you can see, this is a relation between x2, x and x1. What I do is I take out this value x and I include x2 on the right hand side. So this n minus n plus n gets cancelled. So I have mx2 equal to m minus nx plus nx1. If I again take nx1 on the left hand side, I'll be left with x equal to mx2 minus nx1 by m plus n. This is pure mathematical manipulation, and that is how I get the value for x, which is the abscissa for the point R. Next, similarly, using the vertical distance, I find the value of y, which comes out to be my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. Another application would be when R divides the line segment PQ internally in the ratio 1 cross 1. So that would essentially mean PR by RQ is equal to 1 by 1. So PR equal to RQ. That would mean R is the midpoint of PQ. In that case, we can replace m equal to n equal to 1. So then, for R being the midpoint of PQ, we would have the coordinate, or rather the abscissa of R, to be 1 into x2 plus 1 into x1 by 1 plus 1. So that would be x1 plus x2 by 2. So that would be the abscissa for the midpoint R. Similarly, for the ordinate of midpoint R, we would have 1 into y2 plus 1 into y1 by 1 plus 1. That would reduce to y2 plus y1 by 2. So that would be the coordinates for R if R is the midpoint of PQ, or R divides, in other language, R divides the line segment PQ internally in the ratio 1 cross 1, 1:1, sorry.